Hey everybody, I'm going to do a quick update on the JR2 400cc trophy cart. The original rear end with the K brace, the geometry was just out of whack. And the chain rollers, they don't work, at least with my bad design. So what we're doing today, and you can see how I work, I am just a disaster when I'm in the shop. But we are finishing up a solid axle, solid housing axle rear end. A lot like the mod carts. Basically, I'm just copying one visually. Mine's a little bit different. Theirs are pretty exotic in the sense that they use splined axles on the inside with a hub that joins up the sprockets, and then they also have outboard disc brakes. I kind of searched and really couldn't find those hubs that would fit this axle. So it is 1.25 inch diameter all the way through, and I'm guessing that's Trophy Cart kind of made their own hubs, but maybe they're out there, I just couldn't find them. So we're gonna run the JR2 hubs. I think they're from CMI. I'm not really sure where these things come from, but so here's the housing so far. We've got 4 total bearings. So bearing in here, same on that side. We're gonna run the same inboard brake. It will be right here. And then when this is all done, there's gonna be basically a pumpkin that's 2 pieces that will bolt together and protect all this. Same shocks, basically same shock position, but I got a new set of arms, and they actually come off of, which is kind of cool. They're real close as far as length goes. These are off of a Honda Civic, and they're set up for, I'm trying to see them there. They are set up for, I think, the rear torsion housing or torsion bars or something like that. Anyways, these are kind of cheap Chinese, but they're pretty thick billet aluminum. And they actually match up to the original arms pretty well. They're about, I'd say maybe 1/2 inch shorter. So we're actually gonna make that up with the brackets that hold them. And then you can get these with uniballs as well. So I think I'm gonna upgrade these down the road, but today we're just gonna run the bushings just to get this thing running again. And down the road, like I said, I think we're gonna get some uniballs for these. But I tried to search, and it was hard to find this diameter, so it's kind of a screwy Chinese setup. But you can get these anywhere from about $170 from Skunk. You know, it's kind of a name brand, I guess. And then down, I got these for like 56 bucks. Axle, housing, I don't know. All in, I'm gonna be. All right, quick update. So we got the arms on, and we definitely have a problem with the shock. So we're gonna have to change that mount. I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's just more work. But the axle is tacked in, and one of the things you can note is this angle right here can rotate up, so that you want this just a hair below your axle line. That obviously adjusts the chain and stuff, but we will figure that out before we do the 4-link. And just kind of a quick note on the way it looks from here. We still got to put the disc brake on, but it is on there. Housing looks pretty good. So the next step is to kind of start welding in the pumpkin and the main flanges that bring the 2 axle halves together, and I'll update you after. Okay, so this is day 3 on this thing. Quick update. Starting to put the kind of the pumpkin together. This side's looking pretty good. The other side is literally looking like a pumpkin. And the reason for the difference is obviously to cover up that brake rotor, and the calipers are going to kind of stick out like that. The 4-link is going to go up over the top of it. Should be able to get access to the caliper while everything's still together. But anyways, should be good this way. Tonight, we've got to get these shocks addressed. So I'm gonna basically come up with a mount right in here. And we're gonna move the shock kind of in more of a vertical position, kind of like the RS 450 carts. So that's the big goal. And if we get lucky, we'll kind of get to work on the 4-link and go from there. Updates to come. Thanks. Day 3, 10 o'clock. Here we are. We have shocks, arms, 4-link, starting in on the pumpkin. The other side I'm not going to show you because I hate it. Eventually I'll reveal it after it's all welded up. But we're pretty stoked on this. The geometry is working pretty good. Chain's got a little bit of slack in it now, but we're going to fix that. And we have one issue with that upper bar over there hitting the exhaust, but I think we can actually lower it down on its mount where we're going to weld it up and clear. If we can, then no additional modifications are needed. This thing just needs to get some just welded up from here, and it is awesome. What a cool project this has turned out to be. I'm pretty excited about it. These arms are pretty cool. I'm a little worried about this thin wall here. Even though this is supposed to be billet, it's Chinese billet, which means God knows what this is. So I'm gonna cut a piece of metal out that fits inside here on both sides. You can see that there's a little bit of a lip, and then I'm just gonna pinch it in here with 2 bolts. And I think it's gonna look okay, and it'll add some strength in here. This is pretty beefy. Not worried about this over here, but these 2 big windows, I'm gonna get rid of those. We're just gonna box them in. But I think that'll help, and it's just some detail work that we're gonna do later. But right now we're gonna put the tires on it, roll it out, and clean this garage. Okay, final video. So we start over here. We built a whole new rear end. This is just a quick update on the trophy kart, JR2 400cc mod. No real need to update on the arms other than we did get those inserts in there. They look pretty good. The rear end is in, and the 4-link is doing what it's supposed to do. Sway bars are in. Some of those welds need to get cleaned up and it needs to get painted, but other than that, it's done. Chain's a little loose right now. We got to figure that out, figure out kind of where it needs to sit. But we're real happy with it so far. It's actually working. Do have a little issue with this thing kind of boiling over in some water, so it's always something. But we're not hot, which is good. Anyway, fun little project. This was cool. Took a hell of a lot longer than when I thought it was supposed to, but we are done. And it cycles, we got to measure that, but cycles real well and does what it's supposed to do. Pretty cool. Anyways, thanks for watching. If any of you guys are interested in this thing and what we're doing, actually subscribe and we'll just keep updating it. Thanks. Have a great weekend.